Got some gear items. Nope, left. Oh, you can die too. So.
I would have thought you smarter.
Shut up, Shang Tsung. What did he say? Wait a minute. What did he just say? How's everybody doing today? Now, I promised I would do this Mortal Kombat 11 review, and I guess I'm just going to get straight into it. Now, the game itself, I feel, is unbelievable. Politics and all that stuff aside, I know me and James mentioned that stuff before. I'm just going to skip that. We mentioned the stuff before, and it is noticeable, and it is frustrating. The stuff with the skins, and the stuff where Shao Kahn actually hilariously says, "Make Outworld great again." I think it's to the collector. I haven't even met that encounter. The game has been out so long now, I think a couple of months, that I just skipped past the intro. So that stuff I just kind of look past right now. I mean, it was frustrating in the beginning, and you know, you had Jax's ending story. But say what you want about it, think what you want about it. I'm just going to look at the gameplay for what it is and just judge the gameplay. Because if I brought politics into it, I would just go on a rant, and I don't want to do that. That's why I don't like politics in video games. So, to just get straight into the game, I guess the first thing I'll do is get online and show you how much I suck. I haven't played a game online, not one. But for review purposes, I have to do it. So, yeah, I see the league. Probably be last place. Let's just do versus. And guys, as I said, I am nowhere near an expert at fighting games, but I've played Mortal Kombat since I was a little kid. And I just love the... Okay, I got 0-0. I just love the game. It's just something I just enjoy playing. I love the characters. Sub-Zero is my favorite character. I love Liu Kang. I watch the movies, even though Mortal Kombat Armageddon wasn't the best thing in the world.
Noob Saibot, Liu Kang.
Let's do random.
Wuxi Dragon Grotto.
I watched the movie. The second one wasn't the best. Still entertaining, but it wasn't the best. The first movie I felt was unbelievable. And the game itself, I think the fighting, the combat, is really good.
Round 1, fight.
See if this, yep, probably gonna get destroyed. I actually want to fight.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, he got me on the jump, man. That sucks. I don't talk during these usually because I try to concentrate. Not to mention I'm afraid somebody's just cussing me out during the game, so... that was my first online match. I'm surprised I didn't get destroyed. I'm terrible at online fighting games. Absolutely awful. But the thing I do like, and this might be a little controversial, some people, I don't even know if they enjoy this, the Towers of Time, I think they've been updated a little bit, just to continue with the review and talk about the Towers of Time. Now, these aren't, to me they're fun. You get to use different characters to try to complete these towers. As you can see, the ones with the green check marks, I've actually finished. I've gotten the rewards for them. This one updates all the time. I think it just gives you consumables and different gear items, coins, things like that. The coins are used for the Crypt. The hearts are used for the Crypt to open special chests, and the souls are to open special little capsules that have soul chambers in them, or little soul. They're like soul chambers, and all that stuff is in the Crypt. And I'll get to that in a second. But those little consumable items, the currency, like the hearts on the left, it says 25 hearts. When you complete the entire tower, the objective rewards, when you complete all the objective rewards by beating all the towers, you get all the things on the left. You get all the consumable items on the left. And you use them in the Crypt. Now, people complain that it was way too grindy. And when you first start the game, it does seem a little overwhelming. And it can be kind of frustrating. I mean, it does get a little overboard. Like, for instance, there's a section where you can pick a tower to complete with a certain character. And this is stage 5 that I've done. I've done 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Liu Kang. You get some brutalities, some fatalities, some finishing moves. I think you get some icons, you get some taunts, you get some intros the more and more you complete. And to just show you how grindy it can be later on, I'll just pick Liu Kang stage 5. And I can summon it. That was 150,000 coins, which seems like a lot. It really isn't. Coins can be easily just obtained from playing these towers. 62,000, yeah, 62,500. So I could have gotten that back by beating two towers. It's not that bad. And the computer, I think, is always on either easy or medium. I've seen them on hard a few times when you have to play the computer, but like the boss towers with other people. But they're usually not that difficult. Now, it can get a little, like 75 total wins with Liu Kang. It can get a little grindy. Fatal blows, that's a little too much for me. Total fatalities, too bad. Brutalities, this one's actually not that bad. The one where you have to get flawless victories is a little annoying. Hopefully they don't have one where you have to get double flawless victory, because that would take forever. Unless you just kept restarting the match. But the tower gameplay, you go through, you complete objectives, you unlock these towers, you get icons, you get rewards, you get currency, you get consumable items to be used in matches. And let's go to the Crypt to just show you some of the consumable items. Just show you the Crypt. Just show you what the Crypt looks like. Now, I've completed almost every single thing in the Crypt. I think, besides like 2 soul chambers, I need 2 more skeleton keys. So I've pretty much completed everything in the Crypt. Now, the Crypt can be grindy too. I liked that because it puts a lot of variety in the game for me. Some people probably hate it. You may not have a lot of time to go through here and unlock some of these doors. You have to get special items through the Crypt, or by playing. Like this door, you had to do, I think it was 10 fatalities, 10 brutalities, and 10 mercies. And the mercy was confusing because I had no idea how to do it. You had to, I hold the left trigger down and tap down 3 times. When you open all the coin chests, they're done with, unless you go to the Chronica Vault and you select how many you want to, I guess, restock the game with. They're 2,000, yeah, 2,000 per chest. And I just picked to get 50 chests, and you can, I think you can repeat this over and over to get consumable items, to get a chance at getting fatalities, brutalities in the chests. And that is the complaint I do have with the Crypt. I wish, I'm gonna hurt from here. Of course, the environment is interactive. You can get some consumable items for doing this. One time I got 10, I got extremely lucky. And here's a chest I restocked the environment with. And see, I just got forge items, because I've pretty much unlocked everything in the crypt. You go through the environment, use the stuff that you got for fighting in the game, you unlock the chests. Stuff that I can't really even use or care about using. That was an augment I can use for Cabal. The augments, that's kind of nice. Chronica's Vault usually gives you some decent stuff. I did say usually. So, and here's one of the soul chambers that I can unlock if I had a skeleton key. Here's the blood pits. And I have Kenshi's bandana. Again, you get little gear items. Sometimes the wall looks like it's broken, you can knock it down. You can find reptile in the crypt. Fun little Easter eggs. There's different chambers you can go in. Things from all different parts of the Mortal Kombat game. Trilogy, I should say. That was frustrating to see Kenshi like that. I think they said this wasn't canon, so I don't think he's really dead. I think this was kind of like an Easter egg type thing. But I got his bandana from there. I knocked this wall down. And then bandana does take souls to use, so you have to use consumable items that you, or not consumables, currency items that you got, and souls are hard to get. So it can be frustrating to find finishing moves in this game. It really can be. When you open up chests, everything is randomized. So it is a loot box in that sense, and that can be frustrating. All of this is RNG. It's right now I'm just getting crypt key items and forge items because I've unlocked pretty much everything in the game in terms of finishing moves. And mostly gear items, I think. I think I've gotten a lot of the gear items for every character. Shang Tsung just dropped. I'm going to show you that was one of these I've got. And see, this usually gives you better stuff. I got Jade Staff gear item. The ones that cost a little bit, here's the collector. The collector, you can trade in certain items to get, I think, special.
Don't tell anyone I gave this
To get special items in the game. Like I just traded something I found in the crypt for a new outfit. Let's get Cassie's too.
now.
See, to me, I don't know. I said I want to talk about politics. To me, that's a little bit ridiculous. That's like going overboard. Spacesuit, that nobody's going to fight in that. The art director mentioned that nobody's going to fight in skimpy clothes. You know, people have mentioned UFC fighters, which is a pretty valid point. Then you got people fighting in spacesuits. I mean, come on. If you're going to say it, just come out and say you're doing it for that reason. I don't think really anybody even questioned it until it got to that point, until that guy said that. And it was kind of, I don't want to say hypocritical. I don't know. It was a little, to me, it was a little silly. You're not going to fight skippy outfits, but you're going to fight a spacesuit. That doesn't, I've never seen an astronaut fight in combat. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But besides that, the gameplay is pretty good. I'm surprised you didn't I'm surprised you didn't see me just get absolutely destroyed. Okay, I don't know what that was. I was surprised you didn't see me get absolutely destroyed in the online gameplay, because that was the first online match I've played in the game. First one. I can't play online fighting games. I'll break something. I'll get way too into it and just get frustrated and throw my controller. I'm not going to do that. Now that I've said that, everybody probably wants to see that. I'm not going to. What is that? I've been in the crypt several times and that hasn't happened. Oh. I'm an idiot. Okay. I think that's enough for the crypt. You get the... You understand it a little bit more. I guess there is one more thing I could show you. Alright, and this is the last thing I wanted to show you. A lot of this stuff, again, is unlocked through getting things in the crypt. Like, I think that door was done by doing... I did it like a month ago, and I unlocked the door. I can't even remember what I did. These heads are from the characters in the game. You get it by doing 50 finishing moves, fatalities specifically. You can't do brutalities, it won't count. Which kind of sucks, but you have to do 50 fatalities, and once you do 50 fatalities on one character, you get their head, so it shows Johnny Cage here, and you come over here, you put it on the pike, and you get a special outfit for Johnny Cage. And basically a lot of this stuff is just grind and repeat, and the developers did say that. You go into the towers, you play the game, you unlock things in the crypt by playing Towers of Time, because you get a bunch of consumable items. You come back here, you unlock chests, and you just pretty much rinse and repeat over and over until you've unlocked everything. Again, is it a grind? Yeah, a little bit, but I think the developers, they had in mind that when they did this, it wouldn't be really grindy to people, and there's the pit, you can get down in there too. It wouldn't be as tedious to people, because you get to see a lot of Mortal Kombat lineage here, which to me is acceptable. I don't mind it. I actually really enjoy it. I love seeing the different stages I've played on since I was a kid, and you know, go through here and see different things. Gosh, another forge. See different things in the crypt. See different things that I've seen as a kid, you know, playing different Mortal Kombat games, 1, 2, and 3. I hope that spider didn't come over here. Yep, here it comes. Got some gear items. Nope, left. Oh, you can die too. So.
I would have thought you smarter.
Shut up, Shang. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the crypt. You just go through. It is a little grindy. The only complaint I would have about it is that the fatalities are randomized. The finishing moves that you can get in the game, the brutalities and the fatalities, it can get a little frustrating because sometimes it may take forever to get the one you want for your favorite character. That to me is a little ridiculous, because you may have to rinse and repeat this several times before you finally get your favorite character's finishing move. That's a little frustrating. Here's the forge. I have no idea what I can use in combination with what. I think there's some guides online. You add different items, and I think 500 souls and 8 hearts. That better be something. I don't even have the currency to do that. So I'm just not going to do it. Because I can't. But you mix the items. I would suggest going to a guide online to figure out what goes with what. And then you make the item. I think it gives you gear items. You saw down in the Kaiten chamber, there were some little chambers lit up, little blocks. That was from doing the forge. This is a special room unlocked. So that's pretty much it for the crypt. It's a big grind, but it does show you a lot of the Mortal Kombat lineage, and it is kind of fun to go through and get the different items. So that's it for the crypt. We did the crypt, did the Towers of Time. You got classic towers you can go through. Here you can get different character stories. I think if you beat it on Novice, Warrior, or Champion, I think you get the character story at the end. I'm pretty sure. Each character has their own ending storyline. Kind of like just an addition to the game. It's nothing huge, but it is something that Mortal Kombat has had for a long time. Kind of enjoyable. Every character has their own ending, like little storyline. Kind of different, kind of cool. Just something else to do. Adds a little bit more to the game. It's not a negative. A little bit of a plus, but it's nothing great. But it's still enjoyable. The story I'm not going to go into. I don't think the story is as good as it's been. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not my favorite. Maybe your favorite, just not mine. I think Kronika is really good as a villain. I think what they did with some of the characters were really cool. I just didn't like how the storyline ended. Keep in mind there's 3 different story endings depending on how good you are at fighting in the game against the in-game boss. So, which is Kronika, by the way. I mean, spoiler alert, but you probably already knew that by the game, the trailer of the game. Now, I'm just going to go into some Towers of Time, show you some gameplay, and just talk to you a little bit more about the game, and then I'm just going to finish it. So, I'll just pick a random tower. Since I had to fight with Liu Kang, since that was the tower I chose to unlock. I'll tell you what, let's fight with Shang Tsung, since the DLC just dropped. Which, I'm not very good with him. I haven't fought with him a lot here lately. I haven't fought with him a lot at all. He just dropped. I have the Kombat pack. I think it's $40 to get the whole thing. I pre-ordered the game, which I normally wouldn't do, but because it's Mortal Kombat, I played so much, I did pre-order it. It's kind of a...
Yet again, you betray Earthrealm.
Are you surprised, Raiden?
Only that it took you so long.
Round 1.
kind of a...
Fight!
Okay. You can steal the character soul with Shang Tsung and become that character if you're not good at fighting with the character. Like I'm not with Raiden. You'll get destroyed because you don't know any of the moves. I can't believe I actually won that online match.
Fight!
Of course I am better with Liu Kang, but... Again, I'm not someone you would come to learn how to do combos or to become an expert in a fighting game. I just really enjoy them and I really enjoy Mortal Kombat. The Kombat pack, I think, as I was saying, is $40 unless you pre-order the game. And I think it's $40. To me that's a little steep, but whatever. I might let him get me down to just the final bar so you can see the fatal blow.
Fight!
Get his health down a little bit. I don't care if he has 1 inch of health left. I still want to show you the fatal blow. You've probably already seen it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Raiden? There we go. What did he say? Wait a minute. What did he just say? What did he... Wait. Was that the same voice actor? Was that even the same person? Was that even the same person? We're probably at the end of the video now. The reason why I sound a little shocked is because I just heard Tsung say something. That didn't even sound like the same person. It wasn't that what he said. I think that was Chinese. I don't even know. That didn't even sound like the same person. I don't know what that was. Okay, anyway, the last thing I guess I can show you is the customize. You can go to your you can see your collection of all the stuff you've gotten in the game, all the items you've gotten, the characters, the environment, the story, the music, the endings, the recipes. The reason why I say look up a guide is because I don't know what the final, like here, I don't know what the final item is, and I don't want to go in here and just waste my stuff. So the stuff I've obtained, you get to see different stuff that you've got through the story, different concept art. That one's really cool. See the character art, stuff I've gotten through the game. That one's actually pretty funny, but stuff you got. I never noticed before it showed you how to do the move on the. Or that's kind of neat. But anyway, stuff you've seen you've gotten through the Crypt, stuff you've gotten in the game, it shows you in the collection, of course. And then you can go to your characters, different costumes you've unlocked, different skins you've unlocked. Just look at Shang, for instance. Go to cosmetics, see the different skins. I think this is the one from the movie that he wore during the tournament, which is actually really cool. A lot of them are just variation colors. I think this is the one he wore in the movie too when he fought Liu Kang. A lot of them are just variations of the same skin, just different colors. But, I mean, all of them are... There's like 3 or 4 unique each character has. And then the rest I think are just variations. Here you can customize your moveset. You can pick the moves you want based on how you play. The AI behavior. There's AI battles in the game. I didn't really touch on that because it's not really a huge part. You can go into AI battles, get daily rewards, let the computer play for you in certain matches. Kind of cool if you want to just sit and see, watch just, I guess, a simulated fight. But you can customize, you can put augments in your gear items. You can customize your abilities, so that's pretty neat. You can put different icons on your character, like Sub-Zero I played a lot with. Liu Kang I played a lot with. So that's pretty much it for the customizing. The character section. That's pretty much it for the game, unless there's the tutorial, go into fatality training, finishing move training, practice, learn different moves, which I really need to do. But I just get on just to have fun. There is the store item. Now, Ed Boon said this stuff was going to be removed. And they haven't done it yet, so I don't know what they're doing with that. The store is a little ridiculous to use time crystals on these things. Like 500 time crystals. I've been playing this game for 2.5 months, and I've got 2,500. I mean, I guess if you grind online a lot, you saw as I got 10 crystals. I think you can accumulate a bunch of stuff. But to me, this is a little overboard, especially since you can buy it with real money. There are microtransactions, and though it's not game breaking, they are just cosmetics. To me, it's a little overboard for the asking price. It's a little too much. But again, it doesn't necessarily take away from the gameplay. It's just it's a little frustrating. Now overall, I said I would do a review. My commentary was so-so, but I wanted to get this in because I told you I was going to do it, and I wanted to finish it. And I do like the game. The game is fun. The combat pack, I think, for all characters is $40. I don't know how much the individual characters are. There's 6 that are out, so I would assume each character's, I don't know, around $6, $7, $8. So to me, guys, the game is good. politics and the skins aside, the way things are now, it's almost like you have to look past those things just to enjoy certain things now. I wish things weren't that way. It's frustrating. I had already bought the game, I'd already reserved it, and I didn't learn about this stuff until the last day before it came out. Or a couple days, maybe the last couple days, I can't remember. It was just frustrating. Overall, I would give the game an 8 out of 10. If you factored in that stuff and those things do bother you, I would give it a 7. There are a lot of users that have played the game, like on Metacritic, I think, gave the game like a 2.8 out of 10 because of the politics, because of the microtransactions, because of the grind, because of the frustration. Do I think that's harsh? Well, that's their opinion. And you can see the contrast between the critics and the users. The critics give the game an 8 out of 10. Some 9 out of 10, some even a 10 out of 10, which is a little ridiculous. If I look at the core gameplay and just the game itself and the fighting mechanics, the game is really fun, really good. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. When you first pick up the game and you see that stuff, and you try to look past it, yes, it is frustrating, and it does feel like the game is like a 2 or 3 out of 10 because of that. And it affected some sales. I know in the UK, it hurt the game a lot, and I would not suggest game companies doing that. It hurts the game. I got this game to not only play it because I really enjoy Mortal Kombat, but because I said I was going to do a review on it. That's not necessarily an excuse. The art designer did say if you didn't like it, don't buy it. So, I mean, that is the case. It's up to you. If you enjoy the game, fine. You fully enjoy it. It's up to you as a consumer to decide what you want to buy, what you enjoy. And for me, that stuff aside, I give the game an 8 out of 10. I have to try and look past it to review the game. And it's hard for me to do that because I almost feel like I'm being a hypocrite doing that. But I would almost feel like I'd be a hypocrite also by not just reviewing the game for what it is. Of course, it is in the game. There's that argument. It is in the game, so you have to review it with the game. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think it's an 8 out of 10? Do you think the game's awful because of that stuff? Do you think the game is good? The fighting, the core fighting, the gameplay itself is fun to me. And I keep trying to justify it, and I keep repeating myself over and over. So, I guess I'm just going to stop talking. I'm just going to leave it here with Baraka and the collectors beating the crap out of each other. And I guess that's it for me. That's it for my review. I give the game an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I'm going to shut the hell up, and I'm going to leave y'all to have a good day. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.
One.